Receiving a denial on your US visa application can feel like a major setback, especially when you have important plans or dreams tied to your journey. But a denial isn't always the end of the road. Knowing how to properly appeal or respond to a visa denial can make a significant difference in your chances of success if you decide to try again. In this guide, we'll walk you through the key steps, strategies, and considerations for successfully appealing a US visa denial, helping you turn disappointment into opportunity. First, it's important to understand why visa applications are denied. The US Department of State issues different types of visas: tourist, student, work, and immigrant visas, and each has its own requirements. Common reasons for denial include incomplete or incorrect applications, lack of supporting documentation, doubts about the applicant's intent, or concerns about the applicant returning to their home country after a temporary stay. Sometimes, the denial is based on specific sections of the Immigration and Nationality Act, such as Section 214B, which relates to non-immigrant visas and the applicant's ties to their home country. When you receive a denial, you should receive a written notice explaining the reason. Read this document carefully. It's your starting point. Some denials, such as those under Section 221G, are procedural. This means the consular officer needs additional information or documents before making a final decision. In such cases, you may only need to submit the requested information rather than filing a formal appeal. For other denials, particularly those under Section 214B, there is typically no formal appeal process. Instead, you have the option to reapply. So, how do you move forward? The first step is to take a step back and assess your situation objectively. Ask yourself, was my application as complete and accurate as possible? Did I provide all required supporting documents? Did I clearly demonstrate my intent and eligibility? Think about the interview too. Were there any questions you struggled to answer, or any doubts the consular officer seemed to have? Next, gather all relevant information. Make a list of the documents you submitted, notes about your visa interview, and the specific reason for denial. If you're not sure why you were denied, or if the reason feels unclear, consider consulting with an immigration attorney or a reputable visa consultant. They can help you interpret the denial and identify areas for improvement. If your denial was procedural, follow the instructions provided. Submit any additional documents promptly and ensure they are clear, complete, and well organized. Sometimes, all it takes is clarifying a detail or providing a missing piece of evidence. For denials based on other grounds, especially under Section 214B, you'll need to address the concerns raised by the consular officer before reapplying. Typically, these denials center around doubts about your intent to return to your home country. The key to a successful reapplication is demonstrating strong ties to your home country. These ties can be professional, such as a stable job or business. They can be personal, like close family members who depend on you, or they might be financial, such as property ownership or ongoing obligations. Gather documents that prove these ties: employment verification letters, bank statements, property deeds, or evidence of family relationships. When you reapply, make sure your application is thorough and up to date. Address the previous reasons for denial directly. If you were denied because the officer doubted your ability to pay for your trip, provide stronger financial evidence. If your plans in the US seemed vague, clarify your itinerary and show how it fits with your responsibilities at home. Practice your interview answers, focusing on honesty and clarity. Be ready to explain what's changed since your last application or why you believe the denial was a misunderstanding. If you believe your denial was based on incorrect information or a misunderstanding, you can request a review or reconsideration. This is not the same as a formal appeal, but you can write a concise, respectful letter to the embassy or consulate explaining your case and providing any new evidence. Keep your tone professional. Admit any mistakes, clarify any confusion, and express your continued interest in visiting the United States for lawful purposes. While this approach doesn't guarantee a reversal, it can sometimes prompt a second look at your application. For immigrant visas, the process is a bit different. There are limited opportunities for formal appeals, particularly if your denial was based on eligibility or inadmissibility grounds. In such cases, the denial letter will outline whether you have the right to appeal and the procedures to follow. Typically, you'll need to file a formal appeal with the appropriate body, such as the Administrative Appeals Office or the Board of Immigration Appeals, within a specific time frame. Appeals are complex and usually require legal expertise, so it's wise to seek experienced counsel if you choose this path. Regardless of your visa type, one of the most important things you can do is remain calm, organized, and proactive. Keep copies of all correspondence and documents. Track deadlines and requirements closely. If you seek help, choose qualified professionals. Beware of scams or unrealistic promises. The US visa process can be challenging, but persistence, preparation, and honesty are your best assets. Remember, every case is unique. Some applicants are successful after 1 or 2 attempts, while others may need more time to build a stronger case. There's no shame in being denied. A significant number of applicants are refused entry each year, often for reasons that can be addressed with careful preparation. Use your denial as a learning opportunity, not a defeat. In summary, successfully appealing or responding to a US visa denial requires careful review of your case, gathering stronger evidence, directly addressing the reasons for denial, and submitting a thorough, honest new application. Seek professional guidance if needed, and don't be discouraged by setbacks. With determination and the right approach, you can improve your chances of securing the visa you need to pursue your goals in the United States.